Hi guys, do you just like what you saw right now on my thumbnails? I mean the picture you just saw on my thumbnails. That's what I'll be teaching you this today in this channel. We'll be going through the tutorial of how I made that. Look at the one I've just recreated on my mannequin. If this is what you would love to watch, kindly sit back. If you're just coming across this channel for the first time, you're highly welcome and I really appreciate you. Do me a favor by hitting on the subscribe button and putting on your notification bell to always get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you all. Thank you, my subscribers. Just sit back while I take you through these tutorials. Enjoy. Here is the fabric I'll be using to achieve the palazzo trouser and the shirt dress, the shirt top that you just saw on my thumbnail right now. This is a 3 yards of crepe material. It's a patterned crepe material, and that is what I'll be using to achieve the style you just saw on my thumbnails. If you're a plus size person or on the big size, I will advise you use 3.5 yards or 4 yards to achieve this. If you're smaller, you just go for 2 yards, or let me say 2.5 yards will be okay for you as a smaller person. In this particular video, I'll be going ahead to show you how to draft the shirt and then sew it. In this particular video, we'll be going ahead to finish everything about the shirt in this particular video, because if we go ahead to do the trouser and the shirt, the video will be quite long. It will be quite long and I don't want you to get bored while watching it. So we'll be heading over to go ahead and draft our shirts, both the back and everything about the shirt. We are going to be finishing it on this video right now. So we'll be heading over to do that. I have my chalk, I have my tape rule, I have my scissors. So let's get into business. Guys, I had to do this to show you what I did in the initial video. It was in the process of editing this video that I discovered that the video in which I drafted the front pattern did not, I didn't see it. In fact, I didn't see it. I didn't know whether it recorded or anything, but I couldn't find it on my phone again. So I'll be going ahead to show you with this. I'm going to be illustrating with this. So everything I'll be using here is going to be representing each inches, but I'll be using centimeter to do that because this is a very short pattern, a very small pattern paper. It is not as wide as what we're doing. So I will be using the centimeter area, not the inches area. But every of the centimeter I use is representing the inches. So we'll go ahead. That is my shoulder line. From my shoulder line, I'm going to take my waistline at 19 inches. I used 19 centimeter, but it is 19 inches I'm representing. So just understand that. Once you understand that, we will not have any problem about that. So what I'll be going ahead now to do is to go ahead and take out 2.5 inches for the button hold. 2.5 inches for the button hold. So I'll go ahead and take it all the way down to the waist, and then I will use my ruler. And then I will use the ruler to connect the dots. Once I am done identifying, I am hacking on. Taking now is my shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Remember what we are doing. This is 8 inches. I'm starting it from the point at which I marked this. So what I'll just do, let me just do this. I'll have to, once you finish your own, you fold it in, so that it wouldn't confuse you when you start. I folded it in. So we are taking our shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches divided by 2, which is 8 inches. This is centimeter, but that is 8 inches I'm using. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch here. Then my neck width was taken at 3 inches. And the neck depth at 2.5 inches. So that was what I did in the last video. So I'm just illustrating. So I'm just going to curve this in. curved it in like this. So I'm going to take a ruler, my ruler, and measure up this. So I'm going to come down from my shoulder line to my bust point is 10 inches. This is in I'm using centimeter, but this centimeter is representing our inches. So I'm just going to rule the line straight down. Then from here, I'm going to come up by 2 inches to form our armhole depth. So I'm going to rule this to join this armhole depth and our chest line. So this is it. So I'm going to take my bust circumference, which is 37 divided by 4, which will give me 9.25. I'll just mark it here. And also mark 9.25 at this other place as well. So I'm just going to connect the dots just like this. This is a shirt. This is a shirt that we are doing. I don't need to start coming in and coming. I don't need to start, so this is what we have. Then I'll just come out here and take my waist measurement, which is 33 divided by 4. It will give me 8.25. It will give me 8.25. I'll mark it at that. I'll mark it. So what I'll be doing now is to connect the dots that we'll have like this. Remember this shirt line that I cut stop at the waistline. So when I'm transferring to my fabric, I'll be extending it to my hip line. Here we have it already cut out. So what I did next was to lay it on my main fabric and cut out the way you have seen me do. You can see how I laid it on the fabric. If you want to know the exact amount of material you will use, just use your biggest measurement and add like 5 inches extra, so you'll get it. Like I told you, I'll be extending this. My bust line, my hip line is 9 inches apart from my waistline, so I'll be adding 9 inches to this. So here it is. Here it is. This fabric is so difficult to rule on, so I hope you can see my lines, the line I'm drawing. Okay, here we'll have it. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking my hip measurement, which is 44 divided by so I'm going to extend this line down. So I'm going to be extending this so that I won't get confused when I get to that end. So here we'll have it. So from here, I'm going to take 45 divided by 2 will give me 11.25. This is our line. So I'll just place it 11.25. And remember, I did not add any allowance to the one I just marked. So I'm going to be going ahead to mark our allowances. I'll be adding 2 inches allowance. What I will just do is that from the waistline, this is what we'll have now. Just extend this. And then we have it here. So from the waistline, I'll just come down by 2 inches. This is centimeter, but remember it is representing, so I'll just curve it from here. I'll give it a curve from here to meet this place. You And see, this is exactly what I did. So I'll be cutting out from here like this. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. It was one pattern that I used for the front and the back. So the difference with the back and the front is that the front has the button allowance. So what I did was to fold in the button allowance area and held it up with my pins, and then I placed it on the fabric to cut out the back pattern. Okay, guys, I told you I'll be using this particular paper to for the back as well. You can see I've gone ahead to fold in the space for the button. So, and I've placed it in my material on a fold of 2. So we'll be going ahead to cut the back. The difference between the back and the front is that the front has the button, the space for the button, and then the neck will not be as deep as the front. So we'll just go ahead. This is it. So I'll go ahead. My back neckline I'll just come down by 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to the front neckline. And the width will be 3 inches. So I'll just connect it like this. So this is what I have. So I'm going to go ahead and trace it out. The front is already here. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace it out. It's not that big. So we now have the front and the back cut out. So we'll be going ahead to join it now. Here we are. So far, I have gone ahead to fold it in for the distance. You know, I gave an allowance of 2.5 inch. So I folded it 1.5 inch, use the 1/2 inch to fold it in here. I've gone ahead to use my hemming gum to hold it down. The same thing I did here on the other side of the front. This is the front. So what I'll be going ahead to do is that I'm going ahead to sew here down and then sew here too as well. Then I'll go ahead and stitch this place down and also here. Then I'll go ahead and join the shoulder, the back and the front shoulder together. I'll go ahead and join the back and the front shoulder together. So this I'll be doing with 1/2 inch. I'll go ahead, join this place, join it by 1/2 inch, join this place by 1/2 inch. So 2 things I'll be doing now. I'll be joining here by 1/2 inch. I will head over to my machine, hold down this place and hold down this place as well. Then I'll bring it so that we'll see what we have done. So just sit back. Here we have it. I've already gone ahead to stitch down the sides to hold the button area together very well with the machine. I have also gone ahead to join the shoulder area together as well. So you can see how good it is looking. Our shirt is starting to form. So I'll just set it aside and then prepare the sleeve for the shirt. That is the two sleeve. That is the two sleeve. I've already gone ahead to cut it. If you don't know how to cut a sleeve, I have a tutorial on that. So this is the two sleeve I have. So the length I used is 10 inches, but I added extra 2 inches for the hemming, as in for the turning of the down. So that is it. So I'll be heading over to my machine to hem it by 2 inches. I'll be going ahead to hem it. And once I'm done with that, I'll bring it and join it. So here we go. I have already gone ahead to hem it to hold it down. So what I'll be doing next is to find the midpoint of the sleeve, and then I will notch it. Once I notch it, I'll go ahead and then place it the way I'll be joining it on my machine. I'll make sure that the notched area sits on the shoulder where I joined the two, the back and the front. So I'll make sure it aligns there. So I'll go ahead and use pin and pin it down the way you're seeing me do right now on the video. Once I'm done with that, I will head over to my machine and join it. What I did to the other sleeve, I'll do to the next sleeve. So you can see I've gone ahead to join the two sleeves. Our shirt is gradually forming little by little. So you can see what I have done, what we have done so far. Thanks for being with me up to this point. Kindly hit on the like button if you find this video helpful to this extent, and also put on your notification bell. Subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you. Share our videos as well. I'll go ahead and join the two sides by 1.5 inch. Remember, I give 2 inches as allowance, so I'll be leaving ½ inch to make it a little bit freer. So I'll be joining by 1.5 inch the both sides. I'll be heading over to the machine and join by 1.5 inch. Here we have it. I've gone ahead to join the both sides. You can see how beautiful it is looking. Our shirt is gradually forming. You can see. So the next thing I'll be doing is to take the exact measurement of my neckline. I'll be taking the exact measurement of my neckline by running my tape through the neck area. So after running that, I got 21 inches. So we'll be going ahead to draft the collar. So on my pattern paper, I'll be going ahead to mark. Assuming I have abundant pattern paper, I would have folded this into two. So if you have abundant, you can fold it into two. So what I'll be doing now is I will be dividing the 21 we got into two. I'll add 1 inch to make it 22. So I'll be dividing it into two, which will give me 11 inches. I'll go ahead and mark that, which I have already done. Then I will come up from that area by 1 inch. Because why I'm doing this is because our neck is not straight. So that center will be sitting on the neck. So I'll come up by 1 inch. So what I'll just do is to slant or curve the 1 inch I went up by and meet the 11 inches I have already marked at the other end. So this is the collar stand. It's normally 1 inch, or max is 1.5 inch. So I'll be using 1.5 inch. I'm going to mark 1.5 inch throughout to meet the 11 inches I've already marked there. I'll use my ruler and connect the dots, or you can use your free hand as if you so wish. Then I'll just go ahead and come in from that area by ½ inch to form a curve. You know the stand is always coming with a curve. It doesn't have a sharp end. It comes with a curve. So I will just curve it there. So that is our stand. We'll be going ahead to form the collar. We'll be going ahead to measure the collar as well. So from that 11 inches I have identified, I will come in by ½ inch. I'll come in by ½ inch. I will draw a line, a straight line up. I want my collar to be 2.5. Depending on you, you can use 2 inches, you can use 3 inches, depending on how wide you want your collar to be. So I'll mark my 2.5 inches there. From that area, I will go out by ½ inch. Then I'll form a slant line to meet the stand, the collar stand. That is what I've just done. I will connect it to the point of the 2.5 inches. So at this area too, I'll come up by 2.5 inches as well. I will use my ruler and connect the line. Once I'm done connecting the lines, I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Just watch me as I do so. I'll be cutting out 2 pieces from here because the collar stand will sit separately and the collar itself will come out separately. Then I'll just go ahead and place it on my material and cut it out. Here, I already have my collar cut out. Remember that while cutting your collar, because I did not fold my paper, the fabric must be in a fold. And you must have 2 pieces, 2 pairs for each. The stand will be 2 pairs and the collar itself will be 2 pairs. So I'll be going ahead to put an interface on it. You can use a collar stay. You can use, depending on how strong you want your collar to be, just put an interface on one side on one piece of the collar and one piece of the stand. So I just went ahead to use a paper stay. I had to double the paper stay. So you can see I've attached it on one side of the stand and one side of the collar. So I'll be going ahead to sew it together on my machine. Here you have it. I've already sewn it together. Then what I'll be doing next is to go ahead and attach it to our shirt. Just watch me closely as I attach this on the shirt, because I'll have to do it. It's something I'll have to do gradually so that it will not look rough at the end, so that it will be well finished when we are done. So the area I have my paper stay on, I want it to be, when it's folded, as in, the collar used to be folded. When it is folded, the side that has the paper stay should be up. So I'll go ahead and arrange that. So you can see the side that has the collar stay will be down. That's where I'll be sewing in. So I'll just take one end of the collar and make sure it aligns with the end of one side of the shirt. I'll go ahead and use my pin and hold it all the way around. So just watch me as I do this. So I will just go ahead and sew it down on my machine. Down, I'll just sew it by 1/2 inch as I showed you there. Then I'll go ahead and open it in and use it to fold in the place I had already sewn. And then I'll just neatly sew it around, and then I'll bring it so that we'll all see what we have done. So here we have it. Our shirt is ready. The only thing that is remaining on the shirt is the buttonholes and the button itself, but the cloth is finished. I will have 6 buttons on the shirt. When next you see the shirt, it will be on my mannequin, well completed with the button and the buttonholes all fixed up. Here you have it. If you look closely, you can see that the mannequin is already wearing the trousers. So join me in my next video where I'll be showing you how to draft and sew the palazzo trousers that goes with this. Please, if you find this video helpful, kindly love, share, and subscribe to our page. Put on your notification bell to always get notified whenever I post a new video. See you in my next video, which will be posted shortly. Bye.